Okay, we're going to record a reading for May 2018. We are coming into a time where we're just coming out of the Scorpio full moon on April 29th. And this reading is to help us get guidance for May and what we need to know, as well as how to have a wonderful month to meet our challenges, what helps us bring things to light, and illumination. At the end of May, we have Wesak, which is a celebration of the Buddha and of the light. And it's a great time to activate an expansion of our consciousness. So part of my intention is how to weave in moving from the full moon in April to the full moon in May to help cleanse ourselves of the old and to awaken the new. So using the Mythical Goddess Tarot to do a 5-card spread to get information. I actually may do more than a 5-card spread. I think I'm wanting to do a 15-card spread. So I'm going to cut the cards as I'm putting our intention into it. I've cleared. And we're going to see what we need to know. So the first few cards are who we are as we enter into this month. And the first cards I see are right at the center. We have a conflict card. It's a fire card. And it tells me as we're moving out of April into May, we are getting the opportunity to let go of conflict and of turmoil that's from the inside to our outer world. It's a time where we need to go into ceremony and where we need to gather with like-minded people. And we need to do our own work so that we can clear any anger, any things that we're holding on to that we project out into the world. And so addressing inner conflict is going to be really important this next month. Next to that fire card, we have a community card, an earth card. So it really is a great idea to gather in sacred community, to be with people who are like-minded, to help you focus on a higher truth and a higher possibility. Next to that, we have Shakti, which is an ecstatic union card. And she's here telling us that we need to unite with ourselves. She's the lovers in the old deck. And in our deck, she really is symbolizing union with self, ecstatic union, the awakening of consciousness within your body, your energy bodies, your mind, your spirit, becoming one. So this month, moving through conflict, through meditation, self-reflection, and gathering at ceremony are going to be really important. And that's what we're bringing to this month. I'm going to pull some additional cards for the overview, as well as what our challenges are this month. Excuse me, make sure I'm all set up to get a space for all this. What action we need to take, and what our outcome is if we will take the action and work with these energies for the highest possible good. So the energies of the big picture. We got some work to do this month. We have the forgiveness card. And that makes a lot of sense. It's another fire card. And as we release conflict, the way to do that is to go into a practice of forgiveness. And right next to that is Pele. So she is the purifier. She is the tower card in the old traditional tarot deck. And she signals a time where everything needs to come apart that's not working. That anything that we've done that's disrespectful toward ourselves or toward the earth or toward others, that's what needs to be forgiven. That is what we are about right now, to come into a greater peace and awareness. And the interesting thing next to these two cards is the earth card, fruition. And this is about the big picture. So as we forgive and burn away and let go of difficult things, of things that are not harmonious to our lives, when we focus on a higher truth and we focus on a greater sense of self-respect and self-love, we have a place to come to fruition in our lives, to really harvest the good. It's a time to be grateful. It's a time to gather our wisdom, to gather the gifts of our community, to gather the gifts that live within ourselves, and to see the fruit that's on the vine. From this place, we'll more easily release and let go of the things that we can't take along on our journey if we want to wake up and have a better world and have a better life. And on the soul's perspective, to really be illuminated. So our challenges are the next section here of where we have our work to be done. And right in the center, we've got an emotional card, emotional suit. It's the Passion card. And she is here telling us that our challenge is to really cleanse emotionally so we can be in our clarity of our heart's desires and our passions, that we love our planet, that we love our family, that we love our lives. And if we're not loving our lives, the lesson is that we need to do some emotional cleansing so that we can get back to that place where we're in our hearts and we feel open and able to flow that energy wherever we go with great passion and desire. The other card that I want to bring up is the Isolation card. It's a Wind card. And that card being here in the challenges tells me that we need to take time to be alone, and it's challenging. We want to go out and be with the tribe. And yet, it's going to be a very important time to meditate, to take walks in nature by yourself, and to do some reflection, to be able to be separate and to know yourself, to really honor yourself and your alone time as much as your time with others. So that's part of your lesson this month, to deepen your spirituality, to deepen your awareness and your spiritual disciplines. Now we have Morgan Le Fay here in the challenges section. And she is telling me that it's time for us to get over ourselves and to claim our magic. So the lesson or the challenge is to be magical, to return to source, to know that you are a creator. And it's time for you to direct the energy in your life, to claim it, to know that you're 100% responsible and capable of responding to life with magic, with support. She is a card that I would say is to call upon the elementals, to call on the earth energies, and to invite them into great support for you creating magic everywhere you go. So call upon Morgan Le Fay to help you be in your heart, to help you take time for your magical self. And that's going to help you this next month move forward in the way that you want to live your life. Now we have our action, which that had some action in it too. But part of how you're going to get there is to reclaim your fiery creativity. This child card of fire is great to remind you that it's fire, that it expands you. So you want to expand in your creativity through that childlike nature. What do you do? What can you do to be creative, to be imaginative, to get out of your linear left brain and to play? To know that possibility is born of that childlike curiosity. So she's calling you to go play, to burn away the limited linear mind, and to get into the creative self. We've got Mama Gaia here, Mother Earth, which is the World card here. So in the action, she is very like, everything is yours. This is like, go get a lottery ticket. All is well. Everything is at hand. Engage in the world around you and within yourself to see your gifts, to see how abundant you are and plentiful, and how that all is given. Recognize that everything around you is being provided. So you need to participate with that and let yourself receive and cooperate, connect, walk upon the earth and see what she wants to give you. Look in your world and see how bountiful it is. For this card is telling me that everything is at hand that you need for your next step. And it's an abundance card. We also have another goddess here, Ishel. And she's the Mayan moon goddess. And in our card deck, she is the moon card. So she is symbolic of inner reflection, being able to go into these deep meditative states, go into the subconscious, and for you to be the knower. She's also a card of fertility and new beginnings. She is childbirth, she watches over women and children, and she's beckoning a time of great fertility. So plant your seeds. You might be gardening right now, or gardening your soul. What are your true desires that you want to plant? Go be still and go within that moonlight, and connect to Ishel. She is the Jaguar Rainbow Priestess who is there to assist you in bringing all that energy to earth. If only you'll reflect and go within, to trust your inner world and your outer world combined to create what you desire. It's very good, powerful medicine. So if we follow this energy, the outcome that we have is reflected by the image of Sophia and the wise woman. She is true wisdom. She is all is given from heaven to earth through the divine feminine. She is the birthing of the Christ light. She is the mother of God. So it'd be nice for us to follow this lead here and realize that wisdom is available to us as we are present to our lives, and that we have a lot of help and support and blessings for us to wake up and to be the ones that birth light into this world consciously by being more loving and being more light, by meeting the challenges of the ego, clearing them, being willing to forgive them, to recognize them, and to know that we really are divine. So the great wisdom is being offered to us if we walk this path. The other wonderful card that's here is the pleasure card. And she is another heart card. She's about bringing that emotional energy of the heart all the way out to our lives where we're enjoying it. We're in the sun, we're open, we're connected from heaven to earth, and we're truly in the pleasure of being incarnate in the physical. That's a good lesson for many of us, to really enjoy why we're here. So take pleasure this month in your experiences as you learn to be more and more in your heart and to let go of the things that limit your heart space. She's an excellent reflection. The other piece was all this fire medicine is here. So I guarantee if we follow this path, we are going to clean away the things that have created the conflict where we started in the beginning of the month. That we're going to be regenerated through fire and through that fire of spirit of inspiration and expansion. That we're going to get healing, that we're going to get illumination. And she's a good reflection to know that all is well and that we're moving to a new time. So I hope that you'll take this and that it supports you and encourages you and reminds you that you have the power to create and that you need sacred tribe to support you and that we're here, that we're on the internet and that we're in your local communities and that you're not alone. And it's time to get cleansings if you need it and to get illumination. So I send you many blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful month, and I plan to see you this next month.